In a study conducted by the American Association for Marriage and Family Therapy, about 25% of men reported experiencing infidelity in their relationships. Now, that's a significant number, and it's only the ones who admitted it. But how can you tell if your girlfriend is one of the 25% who's straying? Today, we'll dive into the subtle signs that could be happening right under your nose. The little red flags that many guys overlook when they're too close to the situation. No one likes to think their partner is being unfaithful. But unfortunately, cheating happens. You can be with someone for months or years and still feel like you're walking on a tightrope. It's easy to ignore warning signs, especially when you want to trust them fully. But trust is built on patterns, and sometimes those patterns change. If you've noticed any of these 5 signs, it might be time to take a deeper look at what's really going on in your relationship. Point number 1, she's suddenly more secretive about her phone. First, let's talk about the phone, specifically how your girlfriend interacts with it. Now, it's normal to have some personal space in a relationship. You might not be constantly looking over each other's shoulder. But if she's suddenly acting more secretive about her phone, like turning it face down, hiding it when you walk by, or refusing to let you see who she's texting, that's a potential red flag. Here's why. When someone starts to hide something, it's usually because they don't want you to see what's going on. It doesn't always mean cheating, but if this change is recent and out of the blue, it could indicate there's someone else involved. Maybe it's someone she's texting or even someone she's been seeing on dating apps. Either way, the secrecy could be a sign she's not being honest. Look, if you're feeling something's off, trust your gut. And remember, no one needs to be glued to their phone 24/7, but sudden and extreme secrecy? Definitely something to keep in mind. Point number 2, changes in intimacy. Next up is a change in intimacy. If the emotional or physical connection starts to feel different, it could be because your girlfriend is getting that attention elsewhere. Let's say, in the past, you two had a great connection. You'd cuddle, talk about your day, maybe even have long, passionate nights together. But lately, maybe she's distant, avoids eye contact, or has less interest in getting physically close. Or perhaps the opposite. She's overly affectionate in a way that feels forced, like she's trying to make up for something. Changes in intimacy often signal a deeper issue. When someone's attention is diverted, whether emotionally or physically, it can create a gap in your relationship, and it shows. This might be a coping mechanism on her part, or a way of distracting you from noticing what's really going on. If your bond has weakened, it could be worth investigating why. Point number 3, she's always busy or unavailable. If she's always busy or constantly unavailable, this is another major red flag. We all have busy lives, work, friends, family, hobbies. But when these things start to take up every single minute of her day, and she's always too tired or too occupied to spend time with you, that's when you should start asking questions. Maybe she's working late every night, or she's hanging out with her friends but keeps changing plans at the last minute. And when you suggest doing something together, she always has an excuse. In relationships, quality time is key. If she's constantly putting off spending time with you, there might be a reason she's avoiding it. Of course, everyone gets busy sometimes. But when being busy becomes a pattern, especially when you start noticing inconsistencies, it might be worth checking what she's really up to. Point number 4, she gets defensive. When you ask questions, when you ask her simple questions about her day or about something she's done, does she get defensive or evasive? If she used to be open with you but now shuts down or changes the subject quickly, it could be a sign that she's hiding something. People who are guilty often become easily irritated when confronted, even if you're just trying to make small talk. They might get frustrated over seemingly innocent questions or react as if you've accused them of something serious. It's not just a lack of trust, it's the feeling of being caught in a lie. Now, a little defensiveness now and then isn't always a huge issue, but if it's a constant pattern and the questions you ask make her uncomfortable, it's worth taking a deeper look at her behavior. Point number 5, she starts comparing you to other men. Finally, if she starts comparing you to other men, especially in a way that highlights how great or funny or successful they are, It's a huge sign that something's off. Cheating isn't just about physical attraction. It's also about emotional connection. If she's bringing up other guys in casual conversation, it could mean she's subconsciously testing the waters for something new. She may be checking to see how you'll react, or trying to convince herself that another man is a better fit than you. This might seem innocent, but if the comparisons are frequent and start to make you feel insecure, it's a big warning sign that her attention is shifting away from you. These signs can be subtle, but when put together, they form a bigger picture. If you notice multiple red flags, it's crucial to talk openly with her. Trust is the foundation of any relationship, and if it's breaking down, addressing it early can save both of you from further heartbreak. Take a step back, trust your instincts, and always keep the lines of communication open. After all, your relationship deserves honesty, respect, and clarity.